Pixel Scenery Podcast, number 23, blah, blah, Blasphemous 2. I'm Mark.
I'm Dushan.
I got nothing.
We have a lot of blah, blah, blah about Blasphemous. I'm 2 and 1 as well.
Yes, we are going to obviously be mentioning the first Blasphemous in this podcast. I really did enjoy this game. I've heard mixed things about it from different people. Like, I guess it reviewed well, it sold well, it did better than Blasphemous 1.
Different things, but
you know what I mean? But it's just crazy. It's more, as some would say, I think it's closer to a pure Metroidvania than a Castlevania. Right? Like, it's kind of like,
yeah,
it's got all those things that Symphony of Night had versus like what Blasphemous 1 was more just generally a platform.
I was reading yesterday that a lot of people consider the first one more of a Souls-like, but I'm like, what? Like, both games have the Souls things that you save and then you die and you have to go back to pick up your shit, right? It's not like back to the screen and load it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a part of that Souls-like, but both games are Metroidvanias. Like, that's the first thing they are, you know?
Yeah.
It's Souls-like mechanics, in my opinion.
This game kind of, remember, we finished Blasphemous 1,
but
and then we didn't, and then Blasphemous came out with the DLC, and we missed that. And that was essential part of the plot.
I don't know if I played because I was checking the bosses, and on the DLC of the first one, there's a sick, big snake.
Yeah, and I'm with the baby.
Yeah. Oh no! Did we play it so long ago? I don't remember.
We had friends of ours that were playing it, and they were describing those bosses to us, and we already finished it. So we didn't play, but basically it just leads more to the plot of what happens with Blasphemous 2.
Yeah.
But a little backstory on this. Blasphemous 2 is a side-scrolling Metroidvania video game developed by The Game Kitchen and published by Team 17, who have put out such games as, Dredge, Worms.
Yeah.
Are two ones that I really like by them.
Worms?
Worms is the original one that they put out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I didn't notice 17 was that old. Well, I don't have my phone now because it's the camera, so no notes, Dushan, this guy.
No, it's all free. Just only winging it.
Holy shit, you know what? I didn't think of that because we're using it. So all my notes are gone. So what's the hell?
Wait, think about what other Team 17 games came out. Did they do the Tony Hawks? They didn't. No, they didn't do it. That's Activision.
You.
Okay.
I'm sure Worms. I mean, we'll see, but I don't think.
I know it definitely 100% Worms is Team 17.
But
anyway, whatever. It's a sequel to Blasphemous from 2019.
Oh, I know.
The game was released for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and in August 2023, and for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in November 2023. It's based on Seville, Spain.
Wait, okay. Every time I'm gonna say it right, okay?
Yeah.
Not just to be a dick, but Sevilla.
Sevilla.
Okay, let's go. Vamos.
Yes.
I'm gonna say everything going to happen.
Most are going to try to direct all the Spanish words at Duchamp, which will be plenty.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so a little David Rosa, who was one of the main guys, if the head guy behind this, wanted to get closer to a classic Metroidvania. This is what brought them to the 3-weapon system versus what happened in just the 1-sword system in with the Mea Culpa. Right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Mea culpa.
Mea Culpa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what the sword that you're using in Blasphemous 1, and in this you can go to three different weapons.
Wait, sorry, little parenthesis. You were completely right. They did and they don't even publish Worms. They developed it. So these are the publishers for Blasphemous. Okay, but yeah, sorry, you were right. They have been around since 1990. So sorry, continue.
Yeah, but what are some of the other?
I can do my research on the computer.
What are some of the other Team 17 games though?
It says that
Edge I know was one.
I mean, developed just Worms games, but published. Let me see. Overcooked.
Yeah.
Yoku Island Express. Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair, which is like a Banjo-Kazooie sequel. Moving Out, which I got so fucking stressed out about.
Oh, is it because that's Overcooked? So it's Tools Up. They do Tools Up.
They published those though.
Those are great.
Gersh was published by them. What the Golf lately? I don't know the rest.
What the Golf? Really?
Yeah. So no, it's a good publishing. Good decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the laptop handy to
first user
collections. You know,
it's great, and it's great having a little side.
Yeah.
It's like a big phone.
and everyone can see it. Yeah. It's like a big phone here. Oh, what a concept.
Okay, so like the Game Kitchen were the developers, right? And they started with 5 people in a kitchen. And that's what they're called, the Game Kitchen.
La cocina.
5 people that all had jobs, and they decided they wanted another job to do because they wanted to do something that they wanted, passionate about. And it's great. And started the kitchen. I don't know what they were eating. Probably something off the Castlevania
or something. Yeah, maybe. But it's funny that, I don't know. I don't think it would have worked if they call it in Spanish. The Game Kitchen, la cocina del juego. It doesn't really sound that good, you know? Like,
cool.
Yeah, sounds cool for you? Or la cocina de los videojuegos.
Yeah, it's hard to like say like casually, but if you get it right, it sounds fucking dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so like they had, this isn't their first game, obviously. There's 2 of these, but like Blasphemous was kind of a swing at the fences.
But I'm sure that Blasphemous was like their passion project because.
Well, here's what happened. They put out the Last Door, right? And the Last Door, they had fundraised. They would aim to get like something around 40 grand or something, and they only raised around 5, from what I heard.
Okay.
Right, and then so since the Last Door was like this ongoing project, it was very episodic. It was like all throughout the like what you liked with Telltale games during the 2000s of like the point.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, right? Yeah. So like having it kind of just dried up, and it was fun. I played it. It was dark, and it was like kind of like it had like the style of like the detective game, the detective. Like what's it called?
I remember the logo.
Faceless pixel art, and it's really bloody, gory. It's got a lot of religious stuff in it, and there's like cult action, and it's kind of spooky at times, kind of jump scary. It's fun, but Blasphemous had to. They were basically like in the shits, and they were like, well, you know what? We've got enough to just do one game. Let's do the game that we've always wanted to do, and they swung for the fences, and they made Blasphemous, right? And Blasphemous, again. It sold something like it sold millions of copies within the first like 3 months. Like it was like super. Like, it was very popular. Apparently, their Kickstarter like blew up right away, and it fulfilled. So like all this stuff.
Fuck! My notes are in my phone, but I think I looked it up. Blasphemous in total.
It says they raised 50 grand.
I think the first one sold like $1 million in total, and the second one sold like 3.
Okay, so another interesting thing about this game is that the team didn't use any of the code from the original game, and instead it took 18 months to rebuild the code from Blasphemous 2 from the ground up, and they had 30 developers. So this is the difference, because you had like 5 or 6 developers for Blasphemous, and then you have 30 in Blasphemous 2, right? Like a huge jump in like they had a huge boost in their studio. Spanish culture based around is a very heavy religious game. Paintings are the inspiration. Like, you're basically in a Velasquez or a Goya painting. It's that vibe that you're in. And there's lots of referencing all of that. Also, like if you go through the Prado, and like the Prado is like the old museum that's in that little area in Madrid, Spain. And so you have the Reina Sofia and you have the Thyssen-Bornemisza. And Thyssen-Bornemisza's got like a lot of modern stuff. It's got like kind of postmodern stuff. It's got Cubist, it's got Picasso, Rock, all this stuff. It's wicked. Then you go, Reina Sofia's got Guernica, and it's got Man Ray, and it's way more heavy hitting and stylish, and it's a very important like modern museum. And then you have the Prado, and the Prado is where like Picasso went to go get inspired,
right?
And like Dali would go see, and like that's where like Goya had like all of his dark paintings when he was in exile that had been taken off of the doors and the walls that he had painted, and he went deaf, right? So like in this game, there's that sculptor and he's blind, and that's kind of the nod at
yeah,
right. And so, but like,
there's so many nod and intrinsic stuff. I bet if you're if you
it's so used to
the Bible. I haven't read the Bible. I
no
to church. I don't remember. I remember some things. But you could find like little things throughout the whole game, right?
Goya, okay, so like Velasquez painted royalty, right?
Yeah.
And he did that famous painting
like
of
Infanta,
Las Meninas, which is like the kid,
Yeah, yeah.
The young princess,
Infant,
and like and that's all up in this shit.
Yeah.
That's all up in Blasphemous too. And then you have like, I know there's the dark paintings. There's like, a Saturn devouring one of his sons. Like that's you have that, and like that's there. The goat the goat one, and like there's two men beating each other to death with clubs is one. There's super dark ones, but like what also makes me interested in Goya is that he used to paint kings. Like he painted royalty too, but he painted ugly kings.
Yeah.
He painted like butt ugly kings. That it hit every branch of the ugly tree on the way down when they fell out of it.
Infanta Margarita. That's the name. Portrait of Infanta Margarita. It's It just like
he did a lot of cool shit. He did Colossus, the painting Colossus.
Oh yeah,
is amazing. Very politically charged, but not at all relevant. Thinking when you look at that, but.
Okay, wait, another parenthesis. I was checking again not my notes, but I was checking. Blasphemous 1 sold way more than 2. So, like, I think it was just more impressive because it was the first one.
Yeah.
But
so it did sell more than 2.
It did sell more than 2.
Okay. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
By how much? Like.
It's like 3 times more? Yeah.
Wow.
2-3 times more. Like, but estimated sales of 3 million on other platforms. And the Blasphemous 2, 300,000 to 1 million. Steam estimates.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, people, I don't know.
It didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought it would. Interesting.
Well, okay, so like...
you know what, Mark? It's just the pixel art cutscenes.
It's, exactly. That's
the only reason.
This game is based on the hometown of...
Sevilla?
Yes.
Yeah, Sevilla.
And Spanish Inquisition. And like basically, I have a little side story about. Okay, so in Spain they were building a Guggenheim, and it was just in this. I forget the name of the town, but it was like a northern Spanish town, and they based the Guggenheim building on Cubist pieces by Picasso, but the artist who did it was American. So when they fucking opened this thing, there was riots. Because the Spanish were pissed off.
Oh wait, Bilbao? That's the city, I think.
Yes, that's it.
Bilbao.
Yeah, and they rioted in front of that Guggenheim, and right in front of the Dean Koontz, there's a big inflatable like balloon sculpture by Dean Koontz. A cop got like fucking shot and like killed there, like right in front of that. Yeah, that's a little bit of how passionate Spanish people are about their country and just how they get super wrapped up and everything, and I love it. I'm there for it because it's pretty awesome. And so, I can understand how they got so carried away with the Spanish Inquisition. Like they really kind of went there. Penitente are like a traditional part of the church, right? Because the penitente is what you are in this game, right? And so essentially in the game, you like start off Blasphemous 1 by putting on this helmet with like spikes in it that like, you're essentially in pain the whole time you're doing this because you have like spikes driving into your head.
You gotta suffer.
You need to suffer. And like the Penitente were all about that stuff. They're obsessed with suffering. It started in Spain. It's spread over to like South America and like Mexico. You had people that were super eager to get these churches going. They didn't even ask Rome. They would just start up their own fucking churches. And like they started like making art too with like these Jesus with like big buggy eyes and like huge hands.
Big buggy eyes.
Yeah. And like it was all through like the Mexican and South American religious scene. Like I'm sure you could say something about that.
I mean, yeah, I grew up, my family wasn't really religious, but my maternal grandma was. I mean, we went to church with my mom sometimes, but at home, like, not really. We never, like, prayed at the table and stuff, you know? But my grandma, her parents were from Spain. So, yeah, like, everything was, like, you gotta always pray and, like, blah, blah, blah. And the artwork she had around her house and in her bedroom, you know, like, just the suffering Jesus, you know, and, like, very punishing, you know, like, it's like you're, I mean, like they say, like you're born as a sinner, you know, and you have to like clean yourself before you go to heaven. It's like you're born, you're guilty, like fuck you, right?
Guilty.
So you're carrying this like massive backpack of pain and misery, you know. Yeah. Or it's like I don't know what they like. I don't know which brand or whatever they would like self-flagellate, right? Like the priest will hit their backs with like these whips, you know.
Yeah, and they would do that like over on like the Easter, like they hurt themselves.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
So I mean, the concept is
Crosses
it's
are-
great because you see it. I mean, okay, Chile has a lot in common with Spain, and you can tell that part. Of course, like it's a Catholic country because the Spaniards invaded it. You know,
Right.
There's no doubt that remains. You know, and that like guilt and be like, oh, you gotta suffer to like be clean almost. And
But like
the
there
game
is
exemplifies very well.
there was crazy, like, is this crazy stuff about like you have like all of that passion stuff, but then you'd have other rules of being like, oh, like the priests are different, like they're allowed to get married. You know, they're like Mormons.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like so you have
You're
different
married
things.
to God.
We're watching a speedrun right now
Yeah,
of Blasphemous 2, and this guy's kicking ass. He's got to get like 39 minutes. He's already out
I
here.
suck. Look at this. Like no health, nothing. Like just like destroying the game.
Yeah, we just have to say something about.
We are not that good.
I don't know. This game, to me, it looks amazing. I thought they did a really good job with the main part. The cutscenes, yes, there's no pixel scenery, and it really would have benefited if they actually like tried to go out of their way to maybe get another artist. Say 30 developers. It could have 31. Like, you know what I mean? You could have gone and really put those cutscenes to be pixelated. I get where people come from with not liking this game because of that. I get
Oh,
that
that's
does really
ridiculous.
it does really affect it. If you can get past it, yes, this game's fucking amazing and it's great. But I get why people say it. Like it really give a fuck about it, you know?
Okay, and we talked about this. If the first one didn't have those beautiful pixel art cutscenes, no one will be complaining.
Right.
Right? Second, we're watching one right now. It looks like it's more animation, you know, like the Castlevania show on Netflix.
Right.
So it's like, and then you come back to the pixel art. I'm like, oh, like I wish you kept it all together. The cutscenes on second one are great anyway, you know, but it's just like you can start and then decrease, you know, like. Imagine if it was the other way around. People would have been, this is great. Like now the cutscenes look amazing. You know, like the second one. But anyway, it doesn't affect the enjoyment of the game. But it does take it a 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
Right?
You know, I got to say they mostly have improved on everything. From one of the things I really love the sound in this game. The sounds in this game are really good. Like the bell ringing every time you get into a new area is just a small little detail that goes such a long way, and it makes you so atmospheric.
Like every weapon has a distinct sound. You know, like we'll say that I forget the names. Like the ball and chain is like clonk, and like everything is very nuanced. You know, like you gotta play with the. I mean, you have to play it, listen to it. Also, the music is beautiful.
Music is amazing.
Nothing really like. I don't have any songs stuck in my head.
Exactly.
Any tune like it was so good, but
they nailed it.
Nothing like
Yeah.
Stands out really. If you tell me like, oh, can you like whistle a Blasphemous 2 song or
I
theme?
can think it. I can't whistle it.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't be like
Quick.
Yeah.
You can't whistle like. I guess it would be like flamenco or something. I don't know what it would be, but it's like definitely like it's perfect for this game. We both,
but you can whistle like Castlevania, like
of course you could whistle Castlevania.
But Blasphemous didn't have like any rocking themes. I don't think so. Like,
no, they didn't. It was pretty consistent to be low, and then you'd be like really tense during boss battles, and yeah. I just.
No, but overall the package is very good. Like audio, visual, like it's like nicely run. It's well presented, you know.
You know what song you can sing is Zelda. Zelda you can sing, and like you know what I think
what, whistle it,
no, just yeah, and like so that song sounds a lot like "Killing Me Softly" by the Fugees. And I think the Fugees took Zelda and ripped it off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, you took Zelda's theme.
Oh,
come on, Wyclef. We know the truth. Who else is in that band? Praz.
I'm not sure.
Oh fuck, they're coming for us now.
Yeah,
it's over. I think that like another thing that's one thing about Blasphemous 1 is that like you have like, these finishing moves, and you had the one sword, so you got varied animations that were kind of like these fatalities that you could do on bosses.
and also incentivize you to do parrying. I mean, of course, parrying. If you kill the enemy with parry, it gives you back like whatever the magic or whatever. But it's also really cool to see the sound also of the like this embowelment and stuff. It's like it sounds so good.
Now this got kind of reduced with that because there's 3 other weapons.
Yeah,
but the 3 different weapons offered 3 different animations, so it kind of gained some of it. I think that it's just was part of it, but a lot of the bosses that were like bigger than you. Like some of the sprites, what were the color coded ones that of like the bronze headed guy with the big
the ones with with the hammer or whatever, like
different kind of fire at you, be
like,
green, blue, or red.
Palette swaps.
Oh yeah,
but it still had different elements. This game also, I wish the elemental part of Blasphemous 2 was better explained because I was like, okay, it's like kind of like Pokemon, like okay, it's rock, you have to use water, like. It's like miasma and the other one. I was like, which one is what? Because if you have fire, ice, it's easy, right? Even thunder and water. Usually, it's like Final Fantasy: fire, ice, water, lightning, or air, whatever. But they didn't really explain it, and in the end I got it, but I kind of had to like Google it, to just be sure that I was using like the right weapon for the boss. I mean, if you get good enough, you don't need to really get into into this system, But I wish it was a bit more better laid out. Yeah,
I'm kind of a fan of this. I mean, I want to say the names of the 3 weapons. I think we should get into this.
Okay, give it to me.
Here's the phone.
I mean, it's funny because
you read it out. Let me give it a description.
Yeah, now that we have a video, we don't have to describe. Like we can be like, hey. I mean, I think this one is misspelled because it's Veredicto.
Okay, I probably
Veredicto that's the short swords. No, that's the regular one.
The Veredicto is the swinging mace. It's like the
okay, that's the big one. Okay.
The flail.
Yeah. Sarmiento y Centella, that's the two sword. Yeah. And Ruego al Alba, that's the regular sword.
The regular bloody.
I mean, I can try to translate it. Like Veredicto means like verdict. Sarmiento y Centella, those are just names.
Yeah.
And Ruego al Alba means like prayer at the dawn or something like that.
Okay, cool.
But Ruego is not. Prayer is not Ruego. Ruego is more like begging.
Fuck. Like, I'm gonna name my sword Prayer at Dawn.
I think it's something like in the.
Okay. Naturally, when you start this game, they offer you one of these choices of the 3. You're ultimately gonna get all 3, but you have to beat bosses to get the next.
But that's also. I'm like, okay, they offer you this, and for a little bit, you just play with one.
Yeah,
and it's typical. Like one is like slow but high damage. The other one, the Sarmiento Centella, is like fast but low damage. And Ruego al Alba is just middle of the road, right? So I chose that one. But you play for like 40 minutes and you get them all 3 immediately, Like it doesn't take too long to get them all.
Yeah.
So I if they gave you that, I wish they like made it more significant. Like how you play like a bit longer with just one,
right?
I think it'd be hard. It's like hard to like gauge it, and also in the beginning you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to miss out on anything. So it kind of like you're like, fuck.
But as a developer, I think it'd be kind of challenging to be like, oh well, like you have this, you have the 2 swords, you have only this.
Yeah, it has to be playable with any of them, right?
So anyway,
but it's good that
the Veredicto. Has fire abilities. There's no blocking. You can't have any parry with this, right? But it does get double hits. It's a very like offensive weapon. It gets long range. It does chug the magic. Like you know what I mean. It's pretty good though. But the platforming with bells with this, so like you hit bells, these big bells that like ring out these big sonic waves that create these platforms that you can jump on, and you have like a time thing. Usually through a room to get to some area to get some more credits or whatever they call it. What is it that they call it in the game? The tears of anointment. Is that what it is that you're collecting?
Oh yeah,
you're collecting tears. Breaking hearts over here.
I mean, It's funny. You collect tears, and in Castlevania you
Like-
collect hearts.
Another thing I like about it too is that like you have like these. There's also disappearing walls, like these big, thick iron walls that have faces on them that like disappear, that like turn into a thin line, and you have like only a certain amount of time to get past it. It's definitely it's classic gaming.
Yeah.
It's classic gaming.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Ceramento and Cantella.
No. Okay, you guys. Okay,
Right? Let's do it.
Sarmiento
Sarmiento
y
y
Centella.
Centella.
Centella. That's the
All right. Okay. It's electric. It's fucking the Cult. Can we play a little bit of Cult right now? I just,
or Metallica.
they're fucking electric. Only if you don't get hit. You have to dodge,
Yeah, you
not get hit, and then you have a fucking powerful weapon.
Question for you: which one? Because you can upgrade these weapons, of course, and get many more moves and stuff. Which one do you like upgraded at last? The last, because you have to like make decisions on which one I really want to power up.
Probably
fully.
it might have been the flail.
Yeah, the big
Because
one.
I used the flail at first, and then mainly got into the groove of using everything because you had to have to, and like switching them between when you're hopping through the puzzles and whatnot.
So I mean,
But, like-
Centella's the
Well, like
use the
least of the game, it was Ceramento, Ceramento,
Centella. Oh yeah, with comunicación.
Yeah,
You know what?
I just have to be passionate. I don't think that's it, right?
That's the last one I upgraded. Like, and I used it again, but I just the sword and the mace for me were like the perfect combo. Like, and the sword especially
Yeah,
when you unlock those like blood attacks, it's just very strong and it's so satisfying to jump and do the downward thrust. Listen, developers, more downward thrust. It feels so good in any game that I can do like an
do it now.
attack like down, right? It has something there. It feels very good. Zelda 2 Pioneer, yes, do that.
So with this, these two swords, you get it's electric. It's weaker though if you fuck up, but they're awesome. You can parry with them, if you time it right.
Yeah,
Like if they're
like,
swinging the
I
sword.
love the parry. It's like the
Yeah.
second tier, the second level.
It's platforming with mirrors.
I mean,
So hitting a mirror and then like teleportation through electric.
We should mention that you still have to use all the weapons for like traversing.
Oh, yeah,
Because,
that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Right.
yeah.
Right, 'cause
The
that's
bell.
why I brought
Yeah.
the flail and talking
Yeah.
about that, but I'm talking about with this weapon, if you hit, there's these special mirrors that float, and a lot of puzzles to get special shit or whatever involve these things, and you have to hit them, and then like you basically you can either dash out of it, but you're the electric teleportation, and you reappear, and there's usually another mirror that you have to hit and do it again. It's really fun. It's one of the best things in this game. For
At
me.
the beginning, you're like, "Fuck this! It's so difficult." But when you have a difficult one and you just switching weapons and flying around, it feels very good. Like the way they do platforming, even the car. This Blasphemous 2 is faster than the first one for sure. It feels lighter,
Right.
but you're still not zipping around. You're not Samus like with the fucking running boost and like zipping through it. You don't. But the platforming and those like puzzle rooms are very fun. It's very cleverly designed, you know. Like it's just like, can you go through this really? Like, are you ready for this one? Because they can take a few tries.
Okay, but like, I mean, so these swords, though, like I really appreciate how they have really paid attention to detail of like traditional weaponry, about how they have the mea culpa, how they have this 16th century fencing sword that you're using, like all part like relative with it. The flail even is like this OG like awesome thing that's like it's crazy. It's like this big mace, but it's like a bell of sword. It's like you know what they use in like over in Europe,
it's very cool.
churches and stuff. So okay, I'm not gonna try it. It's a sword. Rego, Lego my Rego. Okay.
No, I think that one is easier than Sarmiento Centella.
Rego Alba.
Rego
al Alba.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Rego el Alba.
Yeah.
Has blood abilities.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
And it's pretty rad.
Yeah, it is rad.
And it's a very good middle of the road, awesome sword. I hate to say middle of the road because it's kind of this. It's like the go-to Music sword.
standard middle. It's like playing with Mario Kart. You're right in the middle.
It's has special abilities in the DLC about with vines, and you can like hit the vines,
Oh yeah.
and that's another thing that it comes up with, and thorns too, right? But other than that, it's pretty just a good sword to parry with, and really learn how to fucking like you can beat. It's just good too to like just be next to a boss and just like float and like
Yeah, the
like
sound also
floating and
nice.
like swinging the sword feels really good.
Yeah. Especially when once you unlock, I mean, the weapons become a lot of fun when you max them out. It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just like you feel very powerful. And I mean, I guess that's always the idea with a Metroidvania. Is like at the end you want to feel like you're fucking everything up, just like
Yeah,
that's a great feeling on those games. I don't mind the backtracking generally, but it's great at the end when you backtrack and you're like, oh, this enemy was difficult.
yeah,
And
plow through it.
That's the good feeling. That's the feeling.
You know, there's another huge sprite that I liked is the
Mhm.
guy at the big wood with his face poking through the wood and he's breathing fire.
Oh yeah, that was
That guy is another good
Oh,
fatality.
dude, the animations are so fluid. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. Like every enemy. Remember the old lady with like the ones that are in the forest. It's like a lady with a crow, and it just
Yeah,
it's so everything is just that flow.
that sprite's awesome.
Yeah.
There's one that's kind of like that lady with the crow, but it's like a kind of a phantom like thing that's just like floating and it's shooting. It's like a
You know what I found?
ghost fuck.
The
really
one,
good.
the one that was like a fuck. I don't even know how to call
The
it.
little skulls in the little boxes too.
Yeah,
that breathe fire. Those are cool.
Uh,
All this, oh, man, all the enemies and sprites in this game are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
The other thing, obviously, the only complaint that we have to say is that the bosses were fucking kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's awesome to play, challenging as fuck. I died a bajillion times. You did it. On that sense, I'm just saying, where is the Joe Biden? Where's like the big,
Yeah, the big.
where's the baby boss?
The
Where's
last-
like, you have
Yeah.
enough. This game is fucking disgusting, but it's not like gory. It's like fucking
You
weird.
know what? Remember the NPC that's breastfeeding the baby?
Yes.
The guy. Okay,
Yeah.
I wish that was a boss instead of an NPC. You know,
Exactly.
or like the woman that gives you energy. The one that
That's so fucked up. Just to let you know, what's his name? Slariento?
Yeah.
Was that his name?
which one?
The guy, the fucking that cut off his
Okay, yeah.
he cut off his wife's tits
Yeah.
to fucking, and then he's feeding a dead baby that's clearly dead and just soaking it, like giving it, like baptizing it with breast milk and just crying and being like,
Fuck.
"Yo, I'm trying to be a good dad." Like it's so, and he's just getting punished. You have to go get these seeds,
What?
and then
Seed.
when you get the seeds, all it does is that you have a wax
okay.
baby. There's a wax baby and a dead wax baby.
I'm gonna put it on the screen. I guess now that we have video, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just listening to this, but
This is what it is.
cesario.
Cesario?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know what? Okay, cesárea in Spanish means C-section.
Oh.
So I don't know if it has something to do like baby or something. Like I mean, Cesar doesn't sound like a name. Cesar is a regular, like common name in Chile. I don't know, but but it's true. Like the bosses on Blasphemous 1 were more memorable in my opinion. Like I
It's
just
just the bosses.
they didn't have the scale. They were fun. They were
The scale in there. It's just a bunch of dudes with swords.
yeah,
Like,
a lot of
and like again, awesome. They got some cool moves, man. And I do appreciate the ones where you're jumping off the side. Like
Yeah.
what was that one with the skeleton with the glass? shit?
yeah, with
That
the
guy was fucking good.
yeah.
The knife sharpening guy obviously was fucking sick.
yeah.
Like, I mean, I want to get to the bosses a little bit later, but because I want to get into the story right now and just like a little bit, just tell you what the fuck's going on in Blasphemous 2. Because Blasphemous 1, you basically are like the chosen one. You come out, you're dead, and you whatever, you go and kill everybody, and there's you go and you kill the miracle. And then the miracle comes back, and he comes back 1,000 years later. And what's really fucking cool about this game is that you, Mother of Mothers in Blasphemous 1 is like the pristine, awesome place. It's so nice and whatever. When you get there 1,000 years later, fucked. It's so rad.
Yeah.
I love that.
yeah.
Like that was like, and I didn't even really occur to me. Like it only like thinking about when we started getting this podcast together, and the people came to light of that, and then you like go into the game, and you like look at it, you're like, this is amazing. Like, This is so awesome. So it's 1,000 years later. The religious land is dominated by the miracle. People are praying to the miracle to get what they to get stuff, but it's not rewarding anybody anymore this time. It's you can do nice things and it won't give a fuck. It just does its own thing. It doesn't reward anybody. It just punishes more people all the time. So it's just more misery around the land. Everything is just pain, you know.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that like it doesn't pan out every way you wanted it to with the miracle. Some more punished than rewarded. In this, whatever, you have to, like, so there's a second kid that's going to be born. He's going to be Jesus, apparently. And you have to go and take him out. And that's why it's like, okay, you got to go get him. But then there's, like, the penitent one is in your way. And he's there to defend the baby. And then you have to go kill that dude because,
that was fucking everything up.
And it takes you 2 weeks to beat him. And then you're not even done the game, and you have to go fucking take half an hour to go beat the final boss. But it's then fucking DLC comes out, and DLC was fucking amazing. But DLC has some cool things about it because you have like this thing called like the Fallen Penitent one, and it's one of those special abilities that you have, like the second special ability where you can like instead of throwing like a boomerang, like it kind of was like a sonic boom almost, right?
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
But you can do it. It shows up with a ghost. Like another penitent one of the ghosts, and he's a sword, and it can like help you take on an enemy. It's sick.
I haven't played it, but I'm gonna say we discussed it. Like I didn't like that they just put like teasers of the DLC in the game because you feel like you didn't complete it if you don't pay for the DLC. Like those vines that you can't. I get it.
You beat the miracle again, and you kill off the kid. But it's like, there's another penitent one that's in front of him, and like that guy, you beat him, and then he ends up falling off a cliff, or just like sacrificing because he's not connected to you beat him again because he's not connected to the miracle, and he's just lost all will to live, and so he just falls off a fucking thing. But he was really hard, but as soon as you learn how to parry with him, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
I love how, like, I don't know. This game has a lot of fucking wicked shit about it. I still think it could have had better bosses, and the cutscenes could have been better. But they let the guy go, who is like the original pixel artist, and or he had to leave for whatever reason. I think there's bad blood.
Dude, there's so many huge difference. There's so many talented people that could have taken the reins and just do it. Because the ones that are in the second one, they still look very good, and I'm sure they spend a lot of money in them. Like, I'm sure you could have gotten some talented pixel artists now, but whatever. Like,
it's true. Yeah. It is what it is. A lot of the disgusting things you come across in this game are based on local legends around Seville. Seville.
Yeah.
Seville. Okay, so like, there's this merchant that's like a floating hand. It's on the main floor, and there's a little skull above the merchant. And I guess in the 1480, there was a daughter of a merchant family Jew who was part of a planned like insurrectionist, and they were kind of trying to have a little bit of a revolution so they could like just be like, hey, we're Jewish or whatever. And like, she was dating an inquisitor, and apparently the inquisitor ratted her out, and then they fucking killed her, and they hung her skull outside that door for like years and years and years, and like just like, and that's in the game.
Oh shit!
It's right above the door. It's right above the door of the house, where like, and it's where she was murdered. Like, so that's like one of the kinds of things you're dealing with this game. You know, this is the guy the sharpener,
afilador.
That's it.
Yeah.
The Sentinel of Emery. Right? He's a boss sharpener. He uses flutes to let them know you're around back in the day. So that when he uses that fucking flute, that was something that he used back in the day when they were walking around and trying to get business from different like butcher shops and like even this like armory. Like they must have been busy sharpening.
Dude, even you're cooking at home and you don't have it. They don't sell knife sharpeners. I would have paid for it. I would pay someone now to nicely sharpen my knives.
I gotta say,
that service exists anymore?
Business for barbers and kitchens.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but it's also like gotta be doing armory. Like people just want swords.
Sure. You want to sharpen swords, whatever.
Sure, that like Caravaggio's like, yo, hook me up. I'm going to go around and kill people. That's what he did.
What a nice sword.
It was the most unusual boss. One of the most unusual bosses out of all of the game was this guy.
Yeah, that one was.
He was borderline anime.
Yeah, like with the hat and shit. Like
So unusual and looks weird, but
Long
I
hair.
actually really like this boss.
Oh yeah, that boss was really cool.
Yeah. When you start doing that spit attack, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The Honey Christ. Jesus, you come across this dude and he's just like honeying out, man. And then he just gets worse. And the whole thing is that like
Fuck.
it doesn't. It's one of those things that's going on. Like this guy didn't do anything. It's not like he cut off his wife's boobs and then like tried to feed a dead baby and like. That guy knows why that guy is getting punished. This guy is just like I've just got honey coming out, and there's not enough sandwiches to
Coming out of both ends.
and like the bees really like me, but
Yeah.
Christ. Okay, so this is based on Christ crying honey. It's a statue that's hollow and bees used as a hive in Spain, and they thought it was a miracle. And like that's what that's based on. Kind of neat.
Yeah, that's neat.
Benedictica of Endless Orison. Do you know that one? Can you say that one?
Wait.
Horizon? I mean, that doesn't Benedicta, but the other Horizon, that doesn't sound like Spanish.
She is one of the ghost boss at the end. The ghost boss at the end. This lady apparently was based on a very beautiful and vain lady. And they got pissed off at her. Like, I kind of feel like they should do this to certain people. Well, they crucified her and flayed her alive. And then, so they put this big fucking helmet on her, I guess. That was like a punishing thing just to kind of be like, you can't be so fucking full of yourself. Like, not around here because we're going to go crazy. There was other people that like were punished that like she had to go and she had to eternally pray. That's why she's a ghost in the game, because she's eternally praying for this certain cardinal.
Right, okay.
And she's not allowed to stop praying for this cardinal. So you killing her is like a blessing. Like she's finally released.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the whole thing.
I mean, all
So you're
those
doing
villains are very good.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Superman does good.
Oh.
The penitent one does well.
Yeah. El penitente.
Okay, so, and then the Kobahata?
Okay, let me read that one.
I think, or Kurobahata? This is interesting.
Oh, I mean, that one's not Spanish. Kobehata, I don't know.
It is.
It sounds Japanese.
The style. So there's 3 sisters in the game.
Yep.
Where they reward you with amazing stuff. They reward you with like the teleportation between the treatment and stuff, like all the save point checkpoints. By the way, there's way more checkpoints in Blasphemous 2 than there is in Blasphemous 1, and it's super convenient to get around. It's super like you can teleport.
Oh yeah.
But part of getting that teleportation is you have to get the 3 sisters rescued, and so it's really kind of part of the game. Like for me at least, it was a big part of the game getting the sisters done. But when you get these sisters, they got little hoodies and they got one eye sticking out, and it's based on a fashion back in the day. There was an old garment that women wore back in the 16th century to cover one of their eyes, and it was like part of like a whole fashion thing, but then it died off. I think they actually outlawed it.
Oh.
100% sure about that, but that is pretty neat.
Wait, if it's the cloaked one, he says Lady of the Cobijo. But I don't know if it's the same or you wrote, but anyway.
Anyway, moving on to Lesmus, right?
Yeah.
Lesmus was he kind of had those big fire pillars, and he had that weird kind of wooden thing. And if you looked closely, you could see that there's a person in his stomach.
Oh yeah, like Krang.
Yeah,
Krang
it's the Krang. He's the Krang. The Inquisitor. So this is based on a guy that was Inquisitor that was beheaded. And this kid that's in there, that's what I talk about, Velasquez, from that, took off with her head, she's an enemy in that too. She's the infant.
Right.
She's part of like the whole boss thing. She's like trying to kill you too. She took off with his head in real life. She took off with his fucking
present.
Yeah, this kid, she got decapitated apparently, and then she took off with his head, and then but he got crucified for reasons unknown. Like he apparently was like head up in the church. He was very involved with it, and they turned against him. I think that's what happened with him. That's the word. And then she took off with his head, went to an abandoned church, and hid it in an urn. And then
like this book.
like this is how you do it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's that kid. Like there's like that kid that's in the stomach of it, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you know, and like it's messed up.
Oh, shit.
The other thing that's really cool about this game was Fizz. Okay, I'm not even gonna try this one. You do it. You do it.
Which one? I mean, this is misspelled, but Fermosa Fembra? Susana, maybe? I don't know. Like, that's not Spanish.
Well, nonetheless, there's a part in the game where there's like a destroyed fucking town,
yeah.
right? But then the reflection shows when it was in its glory days.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah.
Right? And so the tower was all like destroyed and whatnot, but then you see the reflection in the lake and it's looking exactly how it was.
It's Susana, but I don't know. Fermosa Fembra. That
Formosa Fembra.
That's not Spanish, or maybe it's like all Spanish. I don't understand it. Like, Fermosa Fembra. It almost sounds like,
like a beautiful female, right?
yes, okay, because,
Got it.
and I'm sure it's like another way to spelling Susana, which is like a common name, and Fermosa Fembra, if you put an H, it makes sense in Spanish. Hermosa Hembra, which means like beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Hermosa Fembra, interesting.
So there's a lot of, I mean, there's more about this. I mean, I know that they mix up with, like, the first one, they really gave a lot of shout outs to, like, I feel like all the Baroque artists, you know, and then this one is less of that. It's more about local legend stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
And I
that's
feel like-
it makes me want to go to that town now. Like, and go check out
It
what's
has
going
like
on.
some of El Quijote, Don Quixote, also like kind of like some vibes. I mean, there are windmills or no? Maybe in the background. I don't remember.
I think
Maybe not. But like, also, I was telling someone the other day, in school, sometimes we will get like, we'll have to do the dictation, like right from the teacher will like read a page of a book and you will have to write it and be correct. We write with the grammar and everything. And all Spanish is fucking confusing as fuck. Like, I don't know what it's like all English, right? Like, it's like, what the fuck is you kind of get it, but it's very different. And I'm like, holy shit.
And
bro.
like you said,
Maybe
there's
some words here in this game are like from all Spanish.
This is southern Spain. This is
I guess
just northwest
Yeah.
of Malaga,
Okay.
is where we're
Very
talking about in the game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's got to be a huge difference than what Barcelona is, or Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah. I bet it is.
Right.
Yeah.
We kind of want to talk a little bit about the DLC, if that's okay.
Of course. No spoilers. No.
No spoil. It's been a year or whatever. Okay, DLC kind of snuck up on us. It was like, oh my god, they got a DLC for Blasphemous 2. How long has this been out for? Been out for a couple months.
Also, we should say you finished it way before me, like a year before. I finished it like a few months.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And you finished it on PS5.
On PS5, which
Yeah.
loading times were like, boop,
Yeah.
instantaneous.
And so, how did it feel with the controller with that? It must have been a little different with the D-pad.
Oh, wait. You know what? It was perfect. Like, I don't know. I like the PS5 controller to like, but for me, it was good. I know it's different. PlayStation is like, it has like space in between it,
Right.
but it was perfect. Like, I didn't miss the 8-bit though, to be honest. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I bought a PS5 recently. I sold a bunch of paintings. And then
I mean, yeah.
I sold a bunch of paintings.
And I don't know. And I'm looking at the controller.
I know.
Oh,
The
surprise.
people out there need to know that there's
Same.
PS5 material coming our way.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, DLC.
Okay, wait. Before Sevilla is close to Gibraltar. Like it's closer to Portugal and Morocco.
Oh, wow.
Like it's on that area.
Yeah.
Of the south. You know.
But where's Malaga in that? That's like, isn't Malaga fair?
Close. Yeah. You say Malaga? Sorry, because
Malaga.
it's Malaga. Yeah.
No, but, you know,
So you were saying like a Italian town, sir?
no, people say Van Gogh, but you're really supposed to say Van Gogh.
Yeah. No, I know.
What did you do? Because everybody says Patona.
In Spanish, the accents are important. Yeah.
Patona. You say Patona. I say pineapple.
Listen to my accent. I say shit maybe wrong all the time, but who knows?
Okay, so the DLC has new moves. It's fucking sweet. It's got new abilities.
Yeah.
A couple new abilities. And they already extract what
moonwalk? No.
and he can fucking move.
I know. I knew that was the only.
And then he can do a head spin.
That would be an interesting collaboration, like Blasphemous and Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And it's like, fuck, will you sacrifice? Okay, anyone who plays this game in English is an idiot. Honestly, you're like a fool to play this in English.
Play it inspires. I mean,
Don't
if you haven't.
read for what your life, and actually, it's so much better than your English bullshit.
Yes.
Because new platforming spots that are pretty hard. Like you gotta go up like this one area, the top left, like super like gappy. I don't know, kind of interesting, but
I mean, I'll play the DLC eventually, but I want to get it on sale.
the new bosses are awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw that they make them bigger. They were like bigger, or no?
Well, the nun, the first one was the nun, and that one was like sick. It was like back to big sprite. Like it was like
That's the thing,
that
like,
they should have had this in the main game, but I'm so happy they have it out.
With those games, I mean, you played Symphony of the Night recently. I feel like the bosses you remember more are like the big ones, like they're a ball of bodies and all that.
Bodies was like I wake up in the morning and I think about that,
Like,
and it doesn't scare me.
not every boss has to be gigantic, but like
No.
those are the ones you like remember.
You want it to be effective,
Yeah.
right? And it's good to have a mix because I felt like Blasphemous 2 was too much guys with a sword,
Yeah,
and like so it was great to see a gigantic nun like
Yeah.
that was like had floating hands and stuff, and it was pretty rad.
Yeah.
There's 2 new biomes to explore with 2 new bosses, new skills, new abilities, new enemies, new items to find, and your quest will expand upon the story, which it does. And like I said before, mea culpa, like you're just reusing the sword and then you put it to death because you just after it you just leave it, you just ditch the fucking sword, right? After all said and done, right? It also fixes some side steps and some issues that the base game had, which was nice.
Oh,
It
really?
would, just like little glitchy shit, like stuff
Okay.
like that. And so you had like all of a sudden like it came with an update, But yeah, that's pretty much it about Blasphemous 2, because it's just like, besides like I don't know what else we could talk about. Like, there's a lot of plot stuff that's cool, but it's really complicated.
Okay, we mentioned like the powers you can choose from, right?
Right.
Like one, you press the button once, and it's like a quick power, and then you keep it pressed, and it's right.
Which one did you use the most?
I remember at the end using one that was like a disc that came back also. And
Yeah, the Godonic bow.
also, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I liked one that it was like a little arrows that would like go homing.
That one was sick.
And for the bigger one, fuck, I remember one that it's like almost like a familiar from Symphony of the Night. Like you got a guy that will follow you, or like the clouds of miasma. Miasma, I think they were good. Like those are clouds of like poison that will do like a lot of damage, like small damage, but like it's like very constant.
Yeah.
But you have to try them all, really. In my opinion, there were areas that were very suited for certain powers, and some areas that were good for other ones.
Right.
Also, we haven't mentioned the little statues that you can.
The little statues. Yeah.
The game has a lot of like the system is deep. Like you can just customize really like your playstyle, and I like that you can save 3 different settings.
Yeah.
So if you wanna, I'm gonna go aggressive and fast, or I'm gonna go slow and defensive. I don't know. Like you can just
There's 3 varieties of that.
Yeah.
So it's also great with like
save it.
so when you're platforming and doing some of these puzzles, you have to flip between those things too.
Yeah, and
Like for some of these achievements.
like we mentioned, the save points. Like first you save, then you have the teleport, but then the save points are teleports.
Like okay, so
That's really
one of the ones I think was wicked is the one that takes you right to hometown.
yeah.
That power's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I use
But
that.
over that, for the most part, I use Sonic Boom, and then I when I got the new DLC, I used the backup sword guy, and that was awesome.
Yeah, like having a familiar. Like
Oh, one of the ones I forgot to mention
Mhm.
was the lady with the child, like that she's trying to put her child to sleep
yeah.
and doing all that. That I had to use a guide for. There was no way.
Yeah, and what
It's like the reward was like something like I think it was like Tears of Atonement or whatnot, but it's like she was really deep down, and she had like a robe, and she's kind of like a Pieta kind of scenario.
Yeah.
But it was like you would go there, and she's like, oh, but to get these achievements, you had to do the weirdest stuff. Like you had to go to a side of like this one screen where there's kind of like a pit you can fall into to go down below, or you can go up. It's kind of like a junction area,
Yeah,
and you could you stand next to the one thing, and then you look up and you hold it for 5 seconds, and like it achieves something. You know what I mean?
Like Castlevania too.
It's like fucking it's weird, like super cryptic, and it was super hard, but it was really interesting. I'm glad I did the walkthrough for that because I was like, what the fuck is I gonna get this
I
done?
think I used one to like get the last couple of cherubs because
I got all the cherubs.
That's the thing. I love that. For example, in the map now it shows an icon for the NPC, so it's easy to know where they are.
Yeah.
The traveling merchants were like you had to remember, but that's fair. They're travelers.
Now,
But the cherubs, like I wish it kind of like or told you in this area you haven't gotten the last ones because you have to like fucking be like a hound, like scratching around.
yeah.
But what was there? I don't remember the reward for the cherubs. What was it? I think it was worth it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
With the cherubs, you could
think it was
that tower, right? Remember that the tower will have like platforms,
Right.
and every time you got like a bunch,
Yeah, you'd hang on to the little the little rope thing.
Let's see. Researching.
Was here the type?
Proximo Brother. Yeah, that's the guy with the how to find it. Okay, fuck. Well, what's the price? I don't know because I don't have my phone and ChatGPT here it's sucking. Let's see. What's the price? All rewards. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it just for the after 24 you get a rosary bead, which is another thing. Like
another level up system.
But all the cherubs is just marks of martyrdom. It's like skill points. So, yeah.
Yeah,
an altar piece. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. The game.
Okay. So some of the details I really liked about it, like I like that the sculptor, when he was done, he just kind of went missing, and like with that big fucking that sculptor that he did, it was all colored out, like in the town square. That was kind of neat.
One other thing that I remember with the sculptor, when you have an item for an NPC, it shows like a exclamation point. So you should go there and do something. That's also very clever. Like it doesn't make you waste your time. Like I think it's not like the game is guiding you, but it's being like, hey buddy, you can go here, and it's just much more friendly than having to go to all NPCs every time to see if you have something to give them.
Can I ask you how long did it take you? How long did it take you to beat Aventurno?
What, the last guy?
Not the second last guy. The last guy is the devotion incarnate.
I'm sure that the knife sharpener was the one that took me the most trouble.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember having any trouble with the
You don't remember when you fought the penitent one with the red sword?
No.
You did not?
The only
that
one that
took me... It took me like 2 weeks. I had rage quit every night. And then I go back to it. And it doesn't take you any time. And you haven't finished Cuphead yet?
Wait. Okay. So... I can't exactly remember, but it's either it's either the knife sharpener or the skull with the glasses, with the glass on the back.
Yeah,
that took me like.
I remember you talked about the knife sharpener, but I'm talking about like the green guy, that the other dude at the end.
But no other boss took me like it was just one sitting and it done.
Really?
But but that one it was either again the knife sharpener or the.
What did you fight him with?
I'm sure I used the bell chain. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
because I had to use the two daggers.
Okay, no, I
got to do it like that, and then that's how I did it. Because it's like there's two steps to that guy. Because you have to avoid all of he's got a lot of projectiles, and then he's got the screen filling fucking swipes in the second half. Yeah, I got my ass kicked by him plenty of times.
But I remember just frustration with that boss, but not with the end. I don't know, but I did have to like power up a bit and be like, okay, I'm gonna get more energy, more flasks.
Yeah,
I had to like max out a few things before. That's what I like about Metroidvanias. If you get your ass kicked, you can be like, all right, I'll do some backtracking. I'll get some more stuff, come back more powerful, even if it doesn't have a leveling system. Like you can still get more powerful and. I mean, maybe you have everything and that's it, but you know what I mean? Like, just coming back feeling stronger. Yeah.
How long did it take you for Odin?
I think I killed it on the first try. That's the one on the bridge.
I beat him like third try. He wasn't that hard for me.
No.
The guy after him, though, Synodo, is a rad boss. He's like a multiple head guy. This some Game of Thrones shit going on with this fucking in the background. It's like you're in some weird area where there's heads in the walls and stuff. And there's a guy. He's like a pope, but he's got 15 heads and he's firing shit at you. That's a rad boss. That was actually a good boss, but he should have been bigger. He shouldn't have been like. He should have been fucking bigger.
Yeah.
If he was a big sprite, it would have been like right there with it.
Yeah.
It was just a medium size.
Scale. Yes.
Definitely scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you consider Blasphemous 2 to be a good introductory Metroidvania to somebody?
Oof. I think it's a bit intricate with the systems to be like a good introduction.
Like I would put this before Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Hollow Knight is so fucking hard. And Hollow Knight is a really big game. But Hollow Knight is fucking hard.
I finished it, right?
I finished it.
You did?
I did finish.
Perfect. Yeah.
But like, I'm ready. I would love to do a Hollow Knight episode actually, but we have Silk Song's out now.
I played it so long ago. I remember things, but poof.
Dude, it was a hard game, man, and it's like way more with the swordplay and balance. You know,
but this one, no, I would recommend someone like. Symphony of the Night can be tricky also, and some of the controls and the menus are kind of clunky. I would, if someone was a first time. Someone asked me, I never played this type of game. Which one? I will go with Super Metroid.
Yes.
Or Action Verge. Because it's simple enough and it's so atmospheric and it's like a love letter to Metroid. And I think that one is like the perfect one because the systems are simple enough. Here you have the rosary beads, you have the altar pieces, you have the different weapons. It's like it can be a bit overwhelming.
Right.
Yeah. For someone that has played video game, sure, like I would, but you know me, I always like to like play in order, and the first one is excellent also. So I would totally say play them in order.
You want to play Blasphemous 1? It's a great game.
Yeah, I would never skip that one. I'm sure it has aged well. It's slower and shit, but like, yeah. That I will start with the first one.
Yeah, I do it in order if you're actually gonna go play it, but. It's just, it occurred to me thinking about like how, because they're different, right? Like the two are different.
Yeah.
And like the first one
is much faster.
If you play the first one and you play the second one, you're going to enjoy the second one way more.
Yeah. Because then if you go to the first one, then you're going to be, this is slow as shit.
Oh, and there's like the savings harder.
Yeah. It's hard to go back. But both are excellent games, and I'm sure I'll replay them in the future. Like, not yet, because of course I finished 2 like 4 months ago, but in a few years, 100%. Yeah.
You know what's another fucked up fucking NPC in this game? Is that fucking the skin peeling lady?
Oh, yeah.
And you fill up the thing of blood, and that's where you get all your jars and fucking...
And the fact that at the beginning she's fine, and her skin starts to get peeled slowly.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is fucking
amazing. Also, the guy sitting on that throne with that will like peel your penance.
Like confession guy with the big long runner when the flowers come in, and then eventually he just
beautiful, like the whole It's
so good
because you can clean it. And
that room is so sick too. I just like going in there.
Yeah,
I just like going. I know that when I knew I was done with it, I still would like. I'm gonna go and check it out. Like whatever.
Like the long,
like it's fucking sick.
The long red carpet. Everything looked great. It just I mean, we didn't even talk about the area with the paintings and stuff. Like different
super symphony.
It's like all the backgrounds and stuff. You can fucking frame it basically.
What was the room with the two people that were the one daughter? Is it the brother and sister? The one died.
Let me ask you
this. It dies because I think it has to do with something with if you come in from the one side, the woman dies, and if you come in from the other side,
I thought they were like married, and they were having dinner. And it's like a dinner table.
Yeah,
and they're like,
it reminded me of. It's kind of like the Castlevania like confession. Like, it's very like that room where like it just doesn't really have an explanation.
Maybe it doesn't have anything, but they just wanted to have...
There's these random people that are just stuck in this situation.
Yeah. But it was cool. I like to have like kind of mysterious thing. Of course, in a game like this, like it's so like ambiguous in some things, It's just like mysterious, and I think it lets your imagination run.
The game is A+. It's not perfect. It's 4 or 5 pixels. What is it?
Yeah, 4.5 maybe.
4.5.
Because the controls feel great and it's fast.
Music's amazing, sounds amazing.
Yeah.
The cutscenes.
Better than the first one, yes. But it's better than the first one.
The DLC port playing. Like,
it's get it.
What about Blasphemous 3?
I mean, like
I
we
think it's
corrected
done.
ourselves
I think
in the
it's
episode. Yeah,
I think it's done.
I don't think it.
They have the new Ninja Gaiden series,
Yeah.
which is going to be, you've played it.
Yeah, I played
And
it.
what do you think of it?
Sick. It's fucking smooth. It's beautiful, and it has like a system like a Ikaruga. Is like you have polarity, so you have to kill some enemies with one magic system and another ones with another one. Like if you kill some enemy with the sword, it's gonna give you something, and another one with like the shuriken or whatever magic.
It's going to give you a different
But
kind of...
yeah, if you don't do it, they won't give you like something back. So you always have to think about that.
Right.
So they immediately incorporated something extra, and I'm like, that game is gonna fucking rock. But I like trilogies. I don't know why. For me, 3 is better than 2, and maybe it hasn't sold as well as the first one. But I'm sure they did the
Fireball's back again.
I mean,
No
yeah.
baby. Like,
But I mean,
it could be something about like the guy that like came back. That was like the sword guy. He comes back and he's just maybe something with that. But if you're gonna bring it back, I want some big motherfucking sprites.
like yeah, and or what would you want? What would you want of Blasphemous 3?
What would I want? Blasphemous 3?
Yeah. Like, or any gameplay change, or like, what would you be like? Okay, they should do this. What would be your like wish list?
Maybe more speed. Like,
I was gonna say the same.
like
I want
Metroid has that speed thing, but like Hollow Knight has the thing where you zoom right across. Shit like that.
I mean, Blasphemous have the dashes and stuff, but I just want to be able to like go faster. Like, I don't know,
also like I think
faster.
the stage clearing bomb is a cool thing too that like Metroid has in
Yeah.
it too,
Yeah.
or just like the screen.
For me, would be more
But I
bigger
guess, like-
bosses and more speed. Yes.
I think maybe change of weapons, like put a spear in there, like fuck it,
Yeah.
you know, and like
Yeah. Speed could be
a shield. Would you do a shield? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
arrows, like zero and bow and arrow.
Would you do it with like a second thing? Make it 2 player?
No, Metroidvania 2-player.
It's I don't know.
It doesn't work.
I'm
You know?
Game Kitchen will figure it. Those 5 guys will just cook up some pasta.
Figure it out.
They'll whip it up. They'll get the Castlevania cookbook and they'll whip up what wall meat do they do today?
Yeah.
Oh, what do they got? Chicken chow mein. They
Okay.
got chicken nuggets.
I'm just dreaming now because they got Ninja Gaiden. My imagine Konami's like, okay, make another Symphony of the Night 2 to the Blasphemous guys. Oh my god, like kill it. Like
It would be great if they did a remake. At least.
no, but for me, I mean, okay, wait, we did an episode of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
If I remember.
Yes, we did.
But I don't think that game needs a remake. I think they could do like a new one. You know,
Yeah,
it would be awesome. Like, yeah.
It's like, fuck, they're gonna, like, was it Last of Us? Has it got remakes of Last of Us? It's like, you don't need 50 seconds later to have a remaster.
They did do like a year later. It's like remasters. Like holy shit, dude! Like just chill out with the remaster.
Bad.
Yeah, it's true. But no, Blasphemous 2 doesn't need a remaster.
We love it. We love Blasphemous 2. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about this. And
Yeah.
we love this game. And yes, we if you refer back to the first one about our other pod, if you want to learn about Blasphemous 1, because we covered that. I don't know what episode it was, but it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Check it out. I got to give a shout out to some podcasters. Tales from the Backlog. You're awesome. You guys are cool.
Well, at least the description below.
Watch out for Fireballs. I love your pod. I want to listen to every episode you guys do. You guys are fucking amazing. Worst of All Possible Worlds podcast. You guys are funny.
Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, they're funny guys. Those guys all talked about Blasphemous 2, and they helped me out while I was working on the set for Vampire Interview with the Vampire.
All right. Yeah.
I'm working on the set for Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I work in movies.
Oh.
And I'm not a professional podcaster. But soon,
Soon.
it will be the dream.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's a Blasphemous movie.
We'll turn on the mic, and then there'll be crowds of people be like, tell us what you know about Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Oh, like, settle down, people.
Everyone will clap. People will clap about your curvy knowledge. That's the
I
dream.
will put on my nerd glasses. I will put on my nerd glasses.
Actually, you have to start it like that.
Actually.
Okay, gonna clip that.
Yes. Pixel Series podcast.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Whatever. Now we're starting to fucking.
Okay, we're gonna make the logo appear here. Okay, point up, Mark. Right there, all the links. All right,
Click on that.
right there. All right,
Anyway, we love you.
that's it.
Later, gamer. Have a good one.